Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and thank you for joining us on this very unique ANZAC Day here in 2020. As a young boy, I remember some of my first memories of my ANZAC Day, attending the dawn service at the local RSL with my family. And it's a testament to the RSL and the council team here today for adapting and making sure we can still join together online during these unique times we find ourselves in, the COVID-19 pandemic. Today I am speaking to you as a veteran, a title I carry simply for deciding to volunteer to serve within our armed forces, but a title I now proudly wear after having been given the opportunity, like so many others, to have served in defence of our country and our allies. I've had the privilege to serve in theatres of combat and crisis around the world, and in doing so, I've witnessed firsthand the modern-day manifestation of the ANZAC spirit that our ancestors forged on the shores of Gallipoli in 1915. As a young boy for me, ANZAC Day had a focus on remembering those lives that we had lost in the wars and conflicts Australia has fought in since World War I. Today, as a veteran, ANZAC Day is indeed a day that we pause and formally remember those who gave up their lives so we may live ours free. But for me, it is also the day when I think back to what we truly mean by the term ANZAC spirit. I personally never appreciated mortality and facing my own physical vulnerability until my deployment to Afghanistan in 2012. During this deployment, I lost one of my most experienced and incredible soldiers when an IED took his life. In the blink of an eye, we lost one of our best in one of the most horrific tragedies that no one should ever live to see. But it was in that moment and those moments immediately after, as my soldiers fought on with bravery and courage, despite the tremendous loss that we had suffered, that I saw the sparks and indeed the flame of the ANZAC spirit still burning bright there and then. I have since thought back on these moments and others I have seen and experienced throughout my career to help me to even begin to conceptualise what our ANZAC ancestors, the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, ANZACs, must have faced on the shores of Gallipoli back in 1915. No war movie will ever be able to ring home the true horror of what must have laid before them, literally hell on earth, as ANZACs in their thousands lost their lives in horrific combat in front of the eyes of their mates. Mates that they had spent months, if not years, training and becoming the best of friends, living and laughing together with. Mates who had wives, girlfriends, parents and children of their own waiting for them back home in Australia. Yet they fought on into the horror, knowing full well just how much they had to lose if they should fall in battle that day. I look to also remember those ANZACs who were left to continue the fight while witnessing the incredible loss of life before them, who then, in the face of such terror and tragedy, somehow summed up the courage to press on and fight with all their might, through fears that I hope we never know ourselves, in witnessing their mates perish along the same path that still lay before them. They fought on into that horror, knowing full well the mortal risk, as they fought for the freedoms we now enjoy and forge the legacy we all now have the responsibility to honour and uphold. In remembering them today, I want everyone to join with me in remembering what it truly means to honour our ANZAC heritage. We today are the ones responsible for carrying forward the ANZAC spirit in our hearts, in our minds, but most importantly in our actions every day, not just on ANZAC Day. As we stand here today at an appropriate physical and social distance, we do not have to face the horrors and fears our ANZACs triumphed over all those years back. Yet the people of our nation and our way of life are under threat, and this time it is on our shores that we must join together and uphold the courage, discipline and sacrifice our ANZAC ancestors forged for us to follow. As you stand today at home, in your driveways, on your balconies, or wherever you are watching or hearing this in the time of this pandemic, please take a moment today to remember our ANZACs and those that have gone before us in the service of our nation. Remember the sacrifice they made so that we can live in the land and opportunity that we very easily take for granted. As we stand here today, I am, you are, and we are all Australians and need to draw upon that piece of the ANZACs that we all carry in calling ourselves Australians. Here and now, we need to share in the spirit they forged those 105 years ago, as we join together to honour their memory through our actions today, tomorrow and forevermore. Please take the opportunity today to reach out to our veterans and ask them what ANZAC Day and the ANZAC spirit means to them. Continue to draw upon and learn from the courage and experiences of our veteran community to lead and inspire us when times of chaos and crisis may present. But make it your mission today to reach out to a veteran that you know and thank them for their service. We need your help today, especially on days like today, when we are made to think back and remember the mates that we have lost, but do so with fond memories, knowing they did so for the love of our country and its people. Let's take a moment to reflect upon their sacrifice and join together as a nation to honour their memory and legacy that they gave us. Thank you. They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them, lest we forget.